The streets were filled with the sound of celebration. Julius Caesar, the mighty general who had conquered Gaul and crushed his enemies in civil war, had returned home. The Senate had declared him dictator for life. Statues of him were raised. His face appeared on coins. The people cheered, but behind the marble columns of the Senate, not everyone was cheering. Many senators whispered in the shadows. Brutus, Cassius, Casca, Decimus. They were patriots, or so they believed. They had seen what happened to republics when one man gained too much power. Rome, they said, was becoming a monarchy. And Caesar, the man who crossed the Rubicon and defied tradition, was becoming a king in everything but name. The final straw came when a crown was offered to Caesar during the Lupercal festival. He refused it, but to the conspirators. The damage was done. A plan was formed. It would happen on the Ides of March, March 15th, inside the theater of Pompey, where the Senate would meet that day. Over 60 senators joined the conspiracy. Each promised to strike a blow for the Republic. On that morning, Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, begged him not to go. She had dreams of his death, visions of blood on the walls. The soothsayer had already warned him. Beware the Ides of March. Caesar smiled. The Ides have come. But the soothsayer replied, "Aye, Caesar, but not gone." He walked into the Senate anyway, robed in white, surrounded by the men who had once called him friend. As he took his seat, the conspirators moved in. One man pulled his robe. Another approached with a scroll. Then the first dagger flashed. Caesar staggered back. More blades followed. He struck again and again, 23 times. As he fell, his eyes met Brutus, his close friend, almost like a son. The most famous words followed, though debated in history. Et tu, Brute. And then he fell. At the base of Pompey's statue, covered in blood, the senators, now soaked in red, stood in silence. They had killed the man, but they had not killed his legacy. Rome did not return to peace. Instead, it plunged into civil war. Caesar's adopted son, Octavian, would rise, avenge his father, and eventually become Augustus, the first Roman emperor. The Republic, for which the conspirators killed, died with Caesar.